Hey everybody, Rorree here. Welcome to my channel. All right, so we are continuing with our little series on the four agreements. All right, the four agreements. All right, and it's a book by Don Miguel Ruiz, and at least that's who I think the book is by. Yeah, I believe so. And these are little cards that kind of give you tidbits on different agreements within the book. All right. Okay, so again, welcome to my channel, Totally Rorree. We have been doing these to just kind of figure out how to get along the best we can in this lifetime. You know what I mean? How to gain emotional mastery, how to communicate well. I feel like the four agreements really help to teach a lot, so that you remain balanced, and be the best person you could possibly be, and avoid a bunch of stress. All right. So the agreement we're going to talk about today comes from don't make assumptions. I feel like the last one, what was the last one? Don't make assumptions. All right. Okay. So this one is eliminate gossip. So I don't know why it has a little dog on here, but it has a little dog on here and it says eliminate gossip. You know what? Somebody shared this thing with me and she was saying how elder, like one of her elders, like a grandmother or something, told her, be careful of the dog who brings you a bone. Because if somebody comes to you talking about somebody else, then they're probably going to take that bone from you and take it back to somebody else as well, or something like that. But maybe that's why there's a dog on this thing, because you got to be careful of the dog that brings you a bone, brings you a little bit of gossip. Okay, so eliminate gossip. All right, so let's read what this one's all about. Okay, making assumptions is a setup for suffering because usually we gossip about our assumptions. We make assumptions and believe we are right. Then we defend our assumptions and try to make others wrong. I could see that. All right, I'm gonna read it again. Making assumptions is a setup for suffering because usually we gossip about our assumptions. We make assumptions and believe we're right. Then we defend our assumptions and try to make others wrong. Wow, that's really on point. I was speaking with someone and they were sharing the characteristics or personality traits or whatever of someone else. And they were saying how this person was in the past and what some people were saying about this person. And I said, when was that? That had to have been decades ago. And I'm like, wow, and that was somebody's opinion of this person. So I'm like, okay, I really don't care, but whatever. And my thing was, somebody talked about this person like probably 20 freaking years ago and said these things about this person. And so what? This person did this, that this person did. This person did something. But just because a person did something and it wasn't so great, and it was freaking 25 years ago, does that mean that this person has to be pigeonholed into this category because of this thing that happened eons ago? Really? If you've decided that you don't want to deal with this person in a certain way because of something they did 20 some years ago, or maybe they have a pattern of doing this. I don't know. I don't care. I really don't. But I listened and I saw how the person who I was talking to took these incidents from literally, and I'm not exaggerating, 20 some years ago. because I was freaking like in college maybe. Undergraduate school. Like, I'm like, really? Are we really talking about something this person did like freaking 20 some years ago? Really? So anyway, that was just gossip. And then the person that was talking was formulating an opinion about this person based on something that happened eons ago. I just felt like that was wrong. And I was just like, she may not even still be like that. But if you feel like maybe she is, then you don't need to deal with her in that way. But I just wouldn't speak to that like it was gospel, because you're talking about somebody else's gossipy opinion mixed with one incident, maybe two, maybe, whatever. But I don't know. So I would have to agree with this, that gossip is your assumption, because I was listening, like the assumptions were like jumping out at me while I was listening to this information. And I was just like, oh boy, because, like, I'm really not the one, like, for you to call me to gossip, because I don't freaking care. I mean, I'm just being honest. I really don't care about somebody else's business. I really freaking don't. It's like, okay. I mean, like, if there's nothing I could do about it to solve it or to help with it, then I don't care. Like, I have enough to do than to be dealing with something that's just extra shit in my head. Like, I don't care. I don't want to know. Even if you're gossiping about me, I don't want to know. I don't give a shit. I don't care. For real. Because it's like a waste of time, because it's a bunch of assumptions. Like, who gives a frack? I really don't. So anyway, I like this one. Eliminate gossip. And I'm not saying that I don't gossip, or I'm not, I am not saying that I am gossip free, because I might talk about something. For real. Who doesn't? But it might be to help solve a problem. I might not be talking about something just to be talking about somebody. Ooh, you know what happened to her? Oh, I might be talking, well, what could we do about this? What should we do about this? Whatever. And it may come with a story. So, because I tell story. I'm a storyteller. I always have a story, like what I'm doing right now, right? But anyway, so I will work on this. And I think all of us should work on this. Work on refraining from eliminating gossip. And if we're on the receiving end and somebody's talking to us, the dog is bringing us the bone, like, you might want to stay on the outskirts of that, because that person, you may say, and you may mean nothing by it, but to the other person, they feel like you've agreed. And then if they take the bone back, yeah, and she agreed with me too. You know how that goes. You ain't agree with jack shitter, but now you all in the middle of some dumb stuff. You know what I mean? Now, hopefully, at my age, that foolishness doesn't happen. But I know it does happen with younger people. Where the bone gets carried and stuff like that. With our little people, it happens. So it's good these are good. I like this, especially for little people. So because little people should know, so they don't get caught up in the foolishness that we probably got caught up in, carrying the bones, carrying the bone from here to there, from here to there. All right. So anyway, let's eliminate gossip. Be careful of that dog that brings you the bone. I like that. All right, y'all. I'll see y'all in the next one.